Hello, everybody. Mrpierso from Pierso86 Gaming. Thank you for joining me. And I've also got my good friend Amanda, aka Angel Fire 4, joining me as we tackle the Resident Evil series, starting with the Resident Evil 1 remake on PC. It was originally released on the Nintendo GameCube, and I have fond memories of playing the GameCube disc in the Nintendo Wii as well, because it was backwards compatible. How's it going, Amanda?
Good.
Now, back when we were living in the same town and we were playing these games, did we play much of this one? I can't remember.
I don't think so. I think I've played very little of it.
Right, okay. So you've never seen it start to finish or anything like that?
Definitely not, no.
I'm gonna put our difficulty on the middle one, like going on a hike. Because I know the difficulty on this one is balls to the wall insane. Okay, so the big question, are we playing as Chris Redfield or Jill Valentine?
Jill.
Okay, we'll play as Jill.
Is there a difference to their stories? Or
yes, they'll have some... The core story is about the same, but there will be some differences and stuff that happens to them.
Forest zone situated in northwest Racoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of
have you beat both?
Bravo team.
Yes, I have.
Disappeared.
And which one's your favorite?
I don't know. There's advantages to both.
Occurred in Racoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin.
Shit was whack back in
We
1998.
continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare.
Has anybody got a cigarette I can... Ah!
Chris, this way. Damn it! Make for that mansion!
There are only 3 S.T.A.R.S members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no. You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her. Chris and I go back a long way.
All right. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Stay sharp.
Okay, so you were asking earlier about differences between Chris and Jill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for one thing, Chris doesn't have Barry tagging along every now and then.
A dining room.
When you play as Chris, Barry is actually the one that's missing, if I remember correctly. Jill can also carry 8 items, whereas Chris can only carry 6. Jill, I feel like, catches a few more breaks than Chris, but I think Chris, combat-wise, is physically stronger than Jill, so if he gets grabbed, he has an easier time getting away. And we got a few ink ribbons that we picked up in case we need to save at a typewriter. But I know when you're playing as Chris, yeah, Barry doesn't even show up at all. At least not till the end.
Blood. Jill, let's see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
But who would bleed in front of a lit fireplace? It doesn't make any sense. Well, we can go check this room over here. Shall we go over yonder?
I don't think that way was a good choice.
Sir? Don't worry, man. Modern medicine will fix you up good as new. Wait, it's 1998 in this game, right? Oh, he fucked. He dead. Nobody survived that back in the 90s.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it.
Crystal meth is a hell of a drug.
What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
Game doesn't waste much time throwing you right into the proverbial shitter. Like
Kenneth.
shit.
I like listed there's 3 of us left and Kenneth was not on that list.
Well, we're part of the Alpha team looking for the missing Bravo team. So there are a bunch of officers. Those are the officers that you play as that team in Resident Evil 0, one of the prequel to this game that we will be covering. And that zombie legit just got up and went back into the room it came from.
Wesker! Jill, help me look for him. Let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
Wesker, where did you go? You weasel. Better finish searching the hall first. It's a creepy-ass stairwell.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the
Bad
door
idea.
again.
Okay, then. I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
That's another advantage Jill gets. She gets the lockpick. Chris starts with a lighter. If Chris finds doors that need to be unlocked, he has to actually find keys, whereas Jill can just use the lockpick.
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
Splitting up. What could go wrong? Okay, well, he went that way, back into the dining room, so do we want to try going through one of these doors?
Sure.
Looks like an art gallery. There's something glowing up in that statue there. Woman drawing water. It's kind of disorienting how the camera just changes on you like that, eh? You know, you have no control over it.
Yeah.
So, I'll show you one cool thing about this room that I remember. Very important to preserve ammo. I know you and I have played Resident Evil 5 together, and that's kind of a action-adventure shooting, you know, just spray and pray fest. With this old game, definitely important to save that ammo.
Yeah.
We just picked up a defensive dagger. And we want to make sure that our defensive weapons, you can set them to be used automatically or where you have to use one of the bumper buttons to use it. So I'm going to set them to manual. So if something grabs us, we can stab it in the face.
Wouldn't that be automatic?
You could set it to automatic, but you do get limited defensive weapons, so there might be the odd time that you don't actually want to use it.
Oh. Oh.
And I think I hit the wrong button anyway. I haven't played this game in a long friggin' time, so what I like to do with this guy here... Well, we did take some damage from that. Actually, one sec, let me just check the controls. Defensive item. I did hit the wrong button. I was hitting LT. You're supposed to hit LB. Oh well. So what I like to do with this guy is switch to the knife. The knife is only useful in like a few situations, but one like this where this guy is going to come over and try to get us. He actually can't climb on top of the dresser that we're standing on. So we can literally just stab him till he falls down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of preserving your ammo. Zombies can also reanimate later in the game as what are called crimson heads, where they basically are like blood red and they start running and become a lot more dangerous and aggressive and scary as hell. So as you're going through the game, you have to very carefully choose which zombies to incinerate so they don't come back. Blowing their head off also prevents them from coming back too. So if it's a zombie that you, in a room that you know you're likely never going to go back to, just let it reanimate. Who cares? But if it's a path that you know you're going to be using frequently, probably best to get rid of it. So as we can see, he's starting to come out. And I'm just going to keep stabbing him till he falls down. So you can see why the knife, it wouldn't really be a super useful option if he could
Well,
actually
that
get
took
to
a long
us.
time.
Yeah. So he can reanimate, but that won't be till much later. So we'll go ahead and push this dresser over to this statue and get whatever is in that pot up there. Yeah, these games are quite a bit more puzzle oriented, so I know you like your puzzle games, so I think you'll appreciate that aspect of it. Oh, we found a map.
Hey, map.
Map of the first floor. So blue doors are doors that are unlocked, red doors are locked, and gray doors are doors that we haven't confirmed whether they're unlocked or locked yet. It's locked. An emblem of a sword is carved into the lock. And I'm reasonably sure that once we come back to this room, that dresser will basically move itself back to where it was. Emblem of a helmet on that one.
So we got the pick, but if they have an emblem and there's some like puzzle to it, we still have to do that.
Yeah, that's a specialty key door. The lockpick is only for doors that have like a simple lock.
Oh.
Like a simple generic ass lock. And then there's this creepy ass door again. Wonder what's on the other side of this door. There are octagonal indentations to the right and left of the door. Well, that's a puzzle if I've ever seen one before. Do we want to try going back into the dining room?
Yeah, might as well.
Then do it. I'm going to go ahead and save at the typewriter too, just in case we do suffer a tragic death. It is a survival horror game after all. So with there being limited inventory, it's a good idea to not pick up, like if it's an item that you think you'll need later but don't really know what it's for yet, you don't necessarily need to pick it up just because you're going to congest your inventory. So for example, we've got this old looking emblem up here. Since we don't really know what that's for yet, we'll just leave it up there, but if we find a space where we do need it, then we can always come back and get it. There is a lot of backtracking in this game, backtracking to areas and grabbing stuff that you need.
Right.
Now, there's a good chance there's probably a zombie hanging out in this area. Oh, there he is. It's locked from the other side. Well, I say we just leave that guy to do whatever he's doing to that wall, and we'll go this way. Oh, it's Kenneth's dead body, his corpse. The corpse of your comrade Kenneth. It looks like he's holding something. It's the film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on it. That's some retro tech right there. Well, I guess we'll go through here. That's how we did it in the 90s, son. Some of the artwork in this mansion is really creepy. Oh, somebody on the floor. There's a corpse collapsed on the floor like it was an instant death. What the hell happened in this mansion? Oh, something over here to pick up. Will you take the handgun magazine? Damn right I will. Oh, and we got some green herbs over here. And just like in like Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, we can mix herbs together. I am going to go ahead and use one of the individual herbs instead of actually mixing them, though, just because we took damage earlier. So you said when you played this one, you didn't get very far on your own, eh?
It's definitely a struggle.
Did you find it was more of a struggle with the controls, or just getting around, or what did you find was a struggle with it?
Some with the controls, for sure.
Yeah, they are kind of awkward.
I just wasn't figuring out what I was supposed to do.
Hmm. Were you kind of getting lost? Because I know the mansion can get a little confusing trying to get around.
Yeah, this particular section in this back hall off the dining room got confusing. Got turned around a few times.
Yeah, and then of course trying to find like specific keys for specific doors. Oh, hello. Now, a little trick here. See how it's still auto-aiming? That means that, yeah, he's going to get back up. But now that I'm aiming and it's not auto-aiming at him, we know that he's KO'd. Also, he's got a blood pool coming out of him, too. But he can and will reanimate later. And, he's, this one over here is already looking pretty red. That kind of serves as like a warning that eventually you're going to get crimson heads. There we go. Well, I guess we can check out what's through this door. Have you played any of the other older Resident Evils, Amanda? Or has it just been like 4, 5, and 6, like the later ones?
Mostly later ones. This is the only earlier one I've attempted.
Oh, okay. There's an inscription on the shield. Death is only the beginning. And now you're playing it with me. Or rather, watching me play it and hanging out with me. There's an inscription on the shield. Death is the true essence of bliss. Oh, there's a key. May whoever takes this emblem find peace in death. Should I take it?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Oh, the walls are moving. Uh-oh. Let's put that back.
It was a bad idea.
I thought that warning was quite clear, but perhaps I was wrong. There's an inscription on the shield. Death is everything. Death is magical. Locked. Emblem of a helmet on that door. Well, I don't think there's anything further we can do in this room, not without being able to put something in place of that key. Before we leave this room, at risk to life and limb, I just want to quickly, because you can pick up items and examine them. So I just very quickly want to examine the key before we put it back, just to see what the key is for. Examine. There's an engraving of armor. Okay, well, at least we know what that key's for. Any keys with an armor symbol on them? So that might be mildly important. Yeah, I quite... when I first started playing this game years and years ago, like, I'm going to date myself here, probably like 17, 18 years ago, I struggled with the controls. I think my first few attempts at playing this, I died a lot just because I found the controls to be extremely awkward. This was the first Resident Evil that I played. I never played the original, like, PlayStation 1 Resident Evil. But once I got used to the controls and moving around and stuff, it was, I quite enjoyed it. Will you take the golden arrow? And then, of course, it gives a hint. Examine the item. So if we go ahead and examine this arrow, the arrowhead looks like it can be removed. Now we just have an arrowhead. And this looks like another pistol magazine. Oh, 2 doors. That one's locked from the other side. And we just unlocked this one. Let's see what's through here. Oh, got a zombie. Oh, I remember this room. So with this particular room, because we have this big, long balcony, I honestly... Oh, another defensive dagger. I honestly don't even worry about this one zombie here because it's so easy to just avoid him that I just leave him and I don't even kill him. Oh, and it looks like there's a statue here that we can push. See how there's a piece of this balcony missing?
Yeah, and she's got something in her hand.
Yeah, it looks like a gemstone of some kind. Let's go try this door over here. This one has an emblem of a sword in the lock. Alright, we'll get this guy over here. Yeah, like I said, I just always leave this one because there's just really not much point in wasting the ammo. Okay, we'll run around. We'll push this. Senseless destruction of private property. No witnesses except for this rotting bastard over here. And the auto-aim thing is nice, too, because Jill will aim in the direction he is, so that gives us an indication of where he is as well. Okay, well, I don't think there's anything further we can do here. We're above the dining room, so next time we're in the dining room, we will go check out the wreckage that we caused. Oh, there's the wreckage. Will you take the blue gemstone?
Face.
It's beautifully cut and polished.